Hello, welcome to all my beautiful, vibrant hearts and ephemeral souls who are Sagittarius suns, have big Sagittarius placements, or are cross watchers for Sagittarius. Welcome to your month ahead messages looking at the month of March 2026. If you are new here or you have forgotten, because it's been a minute, maybe, the way things are going to work, I'm going to shuffle an oracle deck and pull an oracle card for your overarching themes. I will then use the tarot to clarify, get further details and messages. Before we start that whole process, the kit caboodle, if you will. Something I'm immediately getting is that if there's a situation going on in your life right now, as we speak, this blessed, beautiful moment, where you feel hyped up, a little hopped up, excited, but maybe a little not aggressive. It's incendiary. I'm picking up an incendiary energy. There's this note to be able to hold an equal value and measure that you can be correct about something, but your approach might need to be tweaked. There's a note here to not fall into self-righteousness, right? If you're, especially if you're collaborating with somebody else or you have a way of doing things, just be prepared for some give and take, right? Maybe you have the right idea, but your approach could be different, or sometimes it's less about being right and more about making sure the other person involved knows that you're hearing them, and they feel included in the process. There's something here where it's like being correct and being right are different things. Make sure you know that difference. Okay, now that I'm done lecturing you, I'm not going to take this, but Strength and Resilience came out. This is so funny because that came out for Scorpio as well. And immediately in the Scorpio reading, if you feel called or you are having a conflict with a Scorpio, please feel free to go check that out. Immediately I was getting this energy of like Scorpio beefing with a Sagittarius. So if you're having an issue with a Scorpio or someone with big Scorpio placements, check that out. Yeah, because at the bottom, we have change in progress, and it is reversed. I don't really read oracle cards reversed unless, unless the deck is designed like that. But something that I'm getting is that it is time for change, but there's almost kind of like this energy here of change just for the sake of change is not really productive. It's not meaningful. There has to be some type of progress demonstrative in whatever tweaks you're making in order for it to be valuable. So make sure that as you make changes, as you make alterations, it's not falling back into the same patterns, whatever that might mean for you. Yes, you guys got meditation for peace and serenity. Some of you feel very far away from something that you are loyal to. See how you have the dog just big chilling up here? Some of you have a viewpoint, and it's something that you're very steadfast about, and it's important to kind of dive deep, right, beneath the surface of your own belief system. It's important to examine your school of thought. For sure. For some of you, this could be the influence of a Cancer in your life that still has a hold on you in some form or fashion. Look at what house Cancer falls in your chart for a little bit of extra insight or nuanced insight. For some of you, this is a belief system that you have gotten from a mother or a mother figure. But there's an important need to understand here. Because whatever this is, whatever belief system this is, it robs you of peace and serenity in some form or fashion, but I don't feel like it's a very clear-cut thing. So this is going to be a month where you get opportunities to get a lot more clarity on that exact subject. So let's get more details. Where you go? Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Something's not going the way you want. It's cool. Don't flip out. The Two of Pentacles. Some of you guys, you don't like to wait. You don't like when things get stuck in limbo. Unless it's on your terms is something I'm getting. I almost said the Wish. What is this, you guys? The Star. There we go. Had a brain fart. And then the Two of Swords in reverse. So something's going to get stuck this month. King of Cups is at the bottom, and that's Scorpio. I don't make the rules. I don't make those rules. Something's going to get stuck. There's going to be a limbo. right? This is a back and forth with the Two of Pentacles. This can also indicate that it's you and another person, two very solid, stable paths, and you have to kind of be able to find some type of middle ground between the two. Seeing it come out upright indicates that you're finding that, and I like that. That shit's hot. But it's gonna kind of be kicked off by this feeling like you kind of can't get your footing, right? The Wheel of Fortune, things are not going your way, and they're stuck, and there's back and forth, and there's a negotiation process. Some of you, it's a literal negotiation, like a contract negotiation. You are, with the Star, getting a wish, or there is healing here in this situation, but it requires getting out of gridlock. Some of you, you've been in no communication, no contact with somebody for a while, and you're bringing that to a close, or they're bringing that to a close. Again, let's say if this person cut you off and you felt like that was wrong, beware of your righteous indignation. Beware of that. I do feel like, though, there will be this kind of healing. This is a mindset. This is a way of handling things. I want to get more clarity on what this mindset is, though. The Three of Wands in reverse and the Lovers. Some of you, Sagittarius is a mutable sign. And what mutable signs have as a superpower is the ability to adapt and change very fluidly. And we love that. We absolutely love that. Which is interesting because juxtaposed with the Scorpio energy, that is not a fixed sign strong suit. And so this being your mindset, right? Three of Wands reversed, the Lovers reversed, is that you might have this ability to adapt and change your mind very quickly, or accept when change happens very quickly. To the point where other people sometimes might feel left behind. Or you might even sometimes unintentionally leave behind something of value because you assume it's already played its role, the cycle has, played out, and you're on to the next thing. And so there's going to be this question here with the Lovers about what is worth reinvesting in, what is worth sticking around for, what is worth having more cycles with, and how you kind of qualify that and quantify that. Excuse me. There's also a sense here of what you call home. And so I feel like this has a lot to do with challenging your comfort zones, particularly with like close interpersonal relationships, and how much you're willing to let things change. Or not even willing to let things change, but let your way of doing things change. This is why I feel like it's a complicated relationship, because for some of you, you're like, I'm comfortable with change. I can handle change, but maybe standing still is your problem. So there's something about that you're going to have the opportunity to get a lot of deep reflection on, and get a lot of insight and understanding on that may have evaded you previously. Yeah, there it is again. So at the bottom we have the Chariot. This is Cancer's energy. This could have a lot to do with always being on the move, or a significant move coming into play here. This could also have a lot to do with a sense of victory, right? This is a lot with your willpower as well. And so a battle of wills might be coming to a close, but you do have to be a participant in that, and anything that's blocking that process is going to come up for greater understanding. Yep, and there's the King of Cups. To be operating from a place of deep emotional stability and maturity, to be compassionate, to be giving to others, to be an emotional stronghold for the people in your life. And again, Scorpio energy. You might be repairing things, reconciling with a Scorpio, particularly if you or this person's name begins with the letter B. So that is what I'm seeing for you for your month ahead. It does seem like it will be fruitful and productive. I am excited for you. It is retrograde season, so, or maybe not retrograde season, but it's Mercury retrograde. So good luck with that.